Hi everybody, Dr. Joe and Carl here with the next episode of Field Notes with Carl. In a time of college football, apple cider, and all things pumpkin spice, today we wanted to talk to you about fall foods for your dog and cat. We want to talk to you about which foods they can eat and which ones they should definitely avoid. So we're going to start with the ones that they can eat. I think the most popular one that everybody thinks of in the fall is pumpkin. Not pumpkin spice, we'll talk about that later, but pumpkin. Pumpkin is extremely high in fiber and it has really good nutrients to it. So not only does it help your dog feel fuller between meals, if you have a dog like Carl who's hungry literally 24 hours a day, it will help them stay full in between meals. But it also can help with an upset stomach. So it has soluble fiber, which which pulls water from their GI system. So if they have diarrhea, it can help to pull the fluid out of the diarrhea and help firm up the stools. But because of the fiber as well, it can help bulk up the stools for a pet that is maybe suffering from some constipation. So it kind of is one of those does everything in the GI system. It's pretty palatable, so a lot of animals, dogs and cats, will still eat it readily. You don't have to worry about kind of like doctoring it up. But it is possible that you may need to do something or your pet doesn't want to eat it, and that's okay. It is really versatile. You can put it into a lot of pet treats as well, which make it a low calorie, high fiber treat. You can do pumpkin and some oats and maybe a little bit of cinnamon to make your own little twist on pumpkin spice. There's a ton of recipes online. Just make sure that all of the ingredients are healthy and safe for dogs to have. The other fall food that we really love, especially in our house, we do a lot of pumpkin, but we also do a lot of sweet potatoes. That started a couple years ago with our sweet dog Coda, who passed away about 4 years ago now. He just would go bananas over sweet potatoes and he loved them. And we're not talking the loaded sweet potatoes like a Texas Roadhouse where it's got brown sugar and cinnamon butter and marshmallows. We're talking just plain sweet potatoes, cut up, and you can either roast them or steam them. And they are really good, high fiber. They have some anti-inflammatory properties to them as well, and that can make your pet can enjoy them without getting an upset tummy. And finally, the third thing, we talked about apple cider, so we're going to talk about apples. Apples are also very high in fiber. They taste really good. They're a good treat for dogs in the fall, especially if you're out apple picking or something like that. You can make sure to share those with your dog or cat. Just make sure that you remove the seeds. The seeds do contain a cyanide compound that, as they are digested, can release cyanide and can poison your pet. And then also never, ever, ever feed the core of your apple to your pet. Not only does it have it poses a choking hazard, but it also can get stuck in their GI system and cause a foreign body. So pumpkin, sweet potatoes, and apple slices, not apple cores or seeds. That's our yes list. Our no list, we're going to start with pumpkin spice. So pumpkin spice sweets typically have a lot of sweets and sugar in them, and that can cause GI upset in your pet. So avoid the pumpkin spice donuts, avoid obviously your pumpkin spice lattes, and stick with just the plain pumpkin for your pet. The other thing is onion and garlic. We do use a lot of onion and garlic in our fall casseroles. In my flea prevention video, I talked about onions and garlics both causing red blood cell issues, more specifically in cats than dogs. So make sure that you are avoiding onions and garlics for your kitties for sure, but also avoid it for your dogs as well. Also grapes and raisins. So some people put grapes and raisins in some of their fall casseroles or fall sweets, and that's fine. Just make sure that you're not, he's trying to get closer to some weeds to eat them, of course. Make sure that there are no grapes and raisins in any of your treats that you are feeding to your dogs. If you're going to be making your own treats, just make sure that there's no oatmeal raisin cookies or anything like that in your dogs or cats, because it can cause kidney damage. Just a very small amount can cause a lot of kidney damage. And then finally, we're going to talk about cooked bones. So Thanksgiving is next month. There's going to be a lot of cooked turkey bones around. Please just make sure that your pets are not going to be able to ingest cooked bones. Cooked bones are very, they are easily broken, and they can get these really sharp shards with really sharp edges that not only could be a foreign body, but then also, come here, buddy, that could also create a GI perforation. So those sharp edges, those sharp edges can, when swallowed, can cut the esophagus, it can cut the stomach, it can also cut the small intestine once those are down in the GI system. And GI perforations are considered a medical emergency and need to be taken care of immediately. For that reason, I do not recommend any cooked bones for your pets. So the good pumpkin, sweet potato, and apple slices, the bad pumpkin spice, onion, garlic, raisins, grapes, and any cooked bones. So I hope you all enjoy your fall, and I hope you enjoy your pumpkin spice lattes. I hope your dogs and cat enjoy their pumpkin. And of always, don't forget, go Bucks.